Both feel like we are twirling in the universe. We were interested in nature more. So I kept going back to that place, becoming one with the universe. I keep it as a spiritual experience.
I think that's the place where I had my best memories. I only make one with the sand and the sun. I also love the sound of the waves. It's the simplest thing we could do on the island. Well, this place feels like home to me, especially when it's the whales season. You can also hear and this feels like home because that's the place where I go with all my friends. That's the place where I go with my family when I was little and still now. Just standing with my mom or things like that. And and that's also the place where I met my first love.
I guess the way I discovered it, kind of in the sunlight of the low sun, was kind of coming through the trees, and I was just going down that hill that I had gone down before, but something made me stop. It was in summer, so it was very lush and very green, and it was more about the feeling that I had at this place, and it felt so magical and so much like a fairy tale. After I went back a couple of times, just there was this tree that was perfectly shaped and like had one branch that was kind of like that, like a hammer. And it was kind of my little spot that nobody knew about. Being alone in nature also. I was hardly with people. I was most of the time by myself. I was very aware of what was going on around me, like all the time in nature, like the bird songs and all of that. Maybe that place was like, come here, there's another place close where you can just be without... Maybe in that way, yes, the place called me. And I didn't want to bring anything. I didn't want people to know about the place. But for me, it was just my place.
There is a tree in the neighborhood where I grew up. I'm an outdoor person. I like going to nature, but I don't really like have a specific place where I feel super connected with nature. And whenever I would feel sad or whenever something huge happened in my life, I would go down the river. That's where actually I took my dog, and that's also where I took some long walks with my dad, who's not alive anymore. Calm, connected with the river, with nature, and that's where I kind of go whenever I feel sad or whenever I feel like I need a break from, the city hustle and everything. And we just looked up into the sky and we saw the Milky Way, and that was like a magical moment for me. But back to the question, the tree is what kind of makes me very calm and happy. It helps me like get my together.
It's a place that you go intentionally when you feel overwhelmed by your emotions.
And I've watched that tree change, through all 4 seasons of my entire life.
It's a place to reconnect with yourself in a way. Build up some emotional connection to this one, I would say.
Offer that, some kind of escape.
A place that we look forward to see again. I feel a bit sad because I would like to share that with someone. I'm not always alone, like I have my thoughts and all. So I always have a bit of company.
Yes, it can be a bit of a mirror for the thoughts. And like earlier when we were in the forest and you said it's so quiet, I can literally hear my thoughts. Happiness only real when shared, and I do agree with that.
It's as if it didn't happen if you don't have anyone to share it with.
Maybe that's also what we were talking about, like the agency of nature, that there is like an energy that comes from the trees and from the stones. If there's nobody to physically give you a hug in that moment, for me, in some, exactly.